Welcome everyone to HueFin News, where we give you guys news according to the charts. Today is October the 16th, 2017, and we at HueFin News are not giving you guys investment advice, nor are we investment advisors, but rather we are giving you guys the interpretation of these price charts, right? So that's our purpose, is to show you that you too can analyze what is the likely movement of these cryptocurrencies over the next coming days if you just begin to recognize and learn how to interpret the price bars and the volume. Also, with the new subscribers, please make sure you guys go out and check out our video called Just Some of the Basics, because we do use some terminology that you may not be familiar with. And as we do our analysis, we want you guys to be aware and understand when we use certain words. You guys can kind of follow along with us, and that's our purpose for us making that video, is for you guys to see and understand what we mean when we say certain words for these cryptocurrency market analysis. And for those of you who are busy, who has a very hectic life and has a lot of other things going on, please use the timestamps in our description videos. We place it there for your benefit, so you guys will go ahead and check out that one particular cryptocurrency that you are more focused on, or if it's several of them, you guys can use that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this cryptocurrency market capitalization website and see what occurred today in the market. So you guys can see in the market cap that maybe an extra $1 billion came into the market today, because yesterday the market cap stood at $174 billion and today it's at 175. So the market pretty much traded sideways. Our analysis from yesterday has been pinpoint accurate according to what occurred today in the market, and we'll talk about that momentarily as we go into the analysis. But you guys can see that Bitcoin ended the day up 1.34%. Ethereum is down 0.31. Ripple is down 3.35. Bitcoin Cash is still hanging steady at down 0.28%. Litecoin is down 1.30. And you guys can see DAS is also down 1.5%. NAM had a pretty good day, up 8.30. Monero also ended the day in a positive, up 1.28. BitConnect is also up 3.76. and Neo up 2.5%. IOTA up 2% as well. So you guys can see that it's a mixed bag today in the cryptocurrency market. Some were down, some were up, and we're not going to waste any more of your time. So let's go ahead and get into this Bitfinex website and see what is going to occur for the cryptocurrency market. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is up 1.65%. Last trade was at $5,775.20. So one of the things that we said that was going to occur today for Bitcoin was that it's going to trade sideways, and we wanted to see the market close higher than the close from yesterday, because yesterday's bar was pretty much like a trial run bar, and on trial runs, in order to get a not guilty verdict, you want the bar to close higher than the close from yesterday, and we got that today on a very lot smaller spread on lighter volume. So all that selling that occurred on yesterday has been consumed by the buyers in the market. So our analysis for Bitcoin is for them to move higher. Now the next question comes into how high would Bitcoin go. One of the things that causes concern for us is the amount of light volume that appeared today compared to yesterday's, or even the last couple of days volume for Bitcoin. It can be a positive and can also be a negative, but with the small spread and the light volume, we do expect Bitcoin to be moving higher. Now it might just come to the high that occurred on the 13th of October and fall right back down. And the high on the 13th of October was $5,920. Or it can definitely shoot past that and go a lot higher to 6,000 or even higher than that. So we're just going to say that Bitcoin is going to move sideways to higher, and our first point of impact will be the high from the 13th of October. If the market is trading sideways to the little lower, then $5,400 will be that area that we say that Bitcoin will come and touch. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out Ethereum. Refresh the page. So you guys can see that Ethereum is down 0.85%. Last trade was at $333.72. And we forecasted Ethereum to move higher yesterday. And if it did, we said it's going to come to a high from the close from the 3rd of September, which was $350. And actually moved higher, which was $355 exactly. But the volume and the spread is all the precursors of weakness. We had this stockpile over the last 2 days. So that tells us that the market for Ethereum in this price area is weak. It's definitely getting its precursors of weakness, and we're expecting them to move lower. And that $320 area seems like a likely point for Ethereum to come and touch. We're not necessarily saying it's going to close there, but it might come back down to as what occurred to on the 15th of October and then move higher. But definitely today's bar and the volume giving us a precursors of weakness. So our expectation is for Ethereum to trade sideways to lower. So onward to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash down 0.55%. Last trade was at $314.36. So once again, we said that our analysis was for Bitcoin Cash to trade sideways to higher, and the market still traded sideways today and is not moving anywhere. It's just staying horizontal. But I want you guys to notice the volume for today and the spread. It's getting the volume as we go out further into time. It's getting a lot lighter, and that is a definite precursor of strength that you will want to see in the market. So we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to continue with our analysis from the last couple of trading days for them to trade sideways to higher. And if it does move higher, then it's definitely in the cards for Bitcoin Cash to come and touch 360. If not that, then 400. The market is really, really that strong. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about Ripple. So Ripple is down 2.67%. Last trade was at 25,670. Now this is the chart that I want to talk to you guys about. Take a look at this volume. A lot occurred today for Ripple, and I know that they had that meeting today where Ben Bernanke was one of the guest speakers. This is the highest volume that Ripple has ever seen in the history of it trading on the Bitfinex website, by far. But look at the type of bar that we got today. This is a definite precursor of weakness for Ripple. Ripple is not going to be moving higher. We are expecting them to continue to trade sideways from where they are to possibly definitely to 24 cents. Dependent on if the market really moves lower, then it can always come back down to 23 cents as well. So according to what we see on this chart, especially over the last couple of trading days, we said that stockpile kept coming in at this price area, and the market was finding a hard time to break through 26 cents. And today it closed lower than 26 cents as the market moved all the way up to 30 cents and came right back down below 26 cents. Ripple is now going to be moving lower. So that is our analysis for Ripple. So next we're going to go ahead and check out Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 1.88%. Last trade was at $64.85. So the stockpile that we had on the 15th of October still played out today. The market closed lower than the close from yesterday. but today's bar kind of resembles a trial run. So this is going to be one of the hardest analysis we have to do is with trial run bars, because we have to wait until the confirmation of the next day to see if the buyers are still in the market consuming all of the stockpile that occurred on yesterday. So necessarily we're not going to give you a analysis for Litecoin, but rather we'll have to wait until tomorrow to see if the buyers are still maintaining the price at this price area. Okay, but looking at the light volume and how the bar closed on the spread of today's bar kind of resembles that it will be moving higher to sideways, but we're not giving you an analysis. If it does move lower, we would tell you that Litecoin should come and touch $60. So now we're going to talk about Dash. So Dash is down 2.19%. Last trade was at $302.50. Again, Dash is giving us precursors of weakness. This was kind of like a trial run bar where the buyers try to maintain price, but they couldn't. So the market moved lower on today, but the volume is pretty much the same as yesterday, but the spread is a lot smaller. So obviously buying occurred today on the bar. So the market for Dash looks to be trading sideways, either between the low of today's bar, which was $295, possibly all the way back up to $320. So keep that on your radar as well. It might even go down to the low from yesterday, which was $290. So now let's go to NEO. So NEO also is giving us sideways trading action. We mentioned that on our video yesterday. We said that $28 looks to be the area of support for NEO. The market gave us a wider spread than what it was yesterday. Stockpile still came in the market. So the volume tells us whether the buyers or the sellers. It's kind of hard to distinguish between which one was doing majority of the business transactions today. So we will have to say that NEO will be trading sideways, and we're still looking for $30 to $26 within that trading sideways, due to the amount of spread and the volume is increasing as NEO is moving higher. So the market could shoot higher, but it won't close higher. But our analysis is for them to trade sideways between $30 and $26. Let's go ahead and look at a smaller time frame. So every time NEO comes back up to that $29 area, you guys can see that it's getting hit with stockpile and the market moves lower. So NEO may come back up to $29 and then it will get hit again with more stockpile. Then the market will move from there lower. So that's why our analysis for them will be that they will be trading sideways. And we gave you guys that analysis of $30 to $26 for NEO. So now we're going to go ahead and look at Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is down 0.78%. Last trade was at $11.90. And Ethereum Classic is just like Bitcoin Cash. It hasn't had the opportunity to break out like all the other cryptocurrencies has experienced already. And we are still getting that sideways trading action for Ethereum Classic. You guys can see that the spread was a lot wider yesterday compared to the spread today. And today's analysis for Ethereum Classic will be a lot harder because the market opened and closed right around the same area on the daily price chart. But the volume is a lot lighter. So it's kind of hard to determine which way the market is going to be going for Ethereum Classic. Now we did have slow upward movement over the last 5 or 6 trading days, and then we had this trial run bar but it was a wash today. So the market is looking to continue to trade sideways for Ethereum Classic. Now, depending on how much energy is in the market, when I say energy, I'm speaking of how much volume business is being transacted for Ethereum Classic tomorrow. The market can still come down to $11 all the way up to $13 on tomorrow, depending on which area or which business way the market is going to go. Seeing that the market for Ethereum Classic is not necessarily trending lower, naturally our prediction and analysis will be for Ethereum Classic to be moving higher. So the last one we are going to talk about is going to be Monero. So Monero up 0.29%. Last trade was at $95.85. Again, this one looks kind of like Ethereum Classic's price bar, but the spread's a lot wider. But the open and close still around the same area. And one thing that causes concern for us is the light volume that occurred today. So obviously, it looks like interest in higher prices are not there at this moment. Now that could change the moment that we conclude this video and upload it to YouTube. But either way it go, we're still expecting Monero to trade sideways, and it's between $90 and $105 as well. But we still hold that this $105 is acting as resistance for Monero. So it's going to take a lot of push to go up bars in order to break Monero through that 105. Okay, so if it does come back all the way up to this area, it might come up there to touch it as a high, but then it will close lower. So that's why we're expecting them to at least trade sideways. It might even just come to $100. It all depends on how much volume is being placed in the market for Monero on tomorrow. So we're saying that they will trade sideways on tomorrow between 90 and 105. So that's all we have for today. Appreciate the new subscribers and everyone who has been with us since the very beginning. Hope these videos are being very beneficial to you. Hopefully you guys are learning a lot from us doing these daily cryptocurrency market analysis, because this is how we maintain and create our profitability for ourselves. And we want you guys to also maintain profitability within your own circumstances, eliminating the confusion from the charts. That's what we do. We eliminate confusion from the chart. We speak in simplicity. We give you guys the simple terminology. We don't speak in parabolics and Bollinger Bands. We don't give you guys all that technical analysis terminology. We give it plain and simple: buy, sell, high, low. And that's all the market is all about. So once you guys eliminate that confusion, it's easier to make decisions on when to get in and when to get out the market. So that's all we got for today. Appreciate you guys watching. Continue to watch, subscribe, like, and share. You guys stay profitable. That's all I have for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.